Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we will be looking at another 5 common phrases and idioms that are used by native speakers. The 5 phrases we will be reviewing today can be used in more casual settings and business settings. Feel free to pause at any time to review any of the phrases or examples of how they are used. With that, let's jump right in. Our first phrase, a blessing in disguise, is a good way of looking at something positively. While an exact date of when the phrase was first used has not been determined, the first use in print was in a 1746 work by English writer James Hervey, titled Reflections on a Flower Garden. A blessing in disguise is when something initially seems bad but turns out to be good. Here is an example of how it can be used. After losing his job, he decided to start his own business. Getting fired really was a blessing in disguise. It is not always initially obvious when something turns out to be a blessing in disguise. Next, we will be looking at the phrase a dime a dozen. When you describe something as a dime a dozen, it means it is very common or plentiful. The phrase started being used in the 1800s in the USA because items such as eggs or apples would cost a dime per dozen. Here is how it is used today. Convenience stores are a dime a dozen here. You can find them on every corner. The phrase can be used to describe something as having little to no value. Our third phrase, adding insult to injury, is a way of explaining how something bad was made worse. The phrase comes from the ancient Greek writer Aesop. Let's use it in a possible travel scenario. After missing the train, it began to rain. It really added insult to injury. This phrase is versatile as it can be used in serious and non-serious situations, sometimes even jokingly. Our following phrase is a very interesting one in my opinion. To bite the bullet is to endure something unpleasant that is unavoidable. This can often refer to tasks or activities you would rather not do. The first usage dates back to the 1891 novel The Light That Failed by Rudyard Kipling. Here is an example many people can relate to. I need to just bite the bullet and work on my taxes. We all have obligations that we sometimes dread. The last phrase we will be looking at is biting off more than you can chew. Biting off more than you can chew means that you have taken on more than you are able to handle or accomplish. This is another phrase that is great to use in casual or business settings. Here is how to use it in a more casual conversation. Halfway through the marathon, I realized I had bitten off more than I could chew, and I may not finish. The phrase can also be used to warn someone not to be greedy. The phrase was first used in the 19th century. There we have it. 5 more phrases that you can use in many different situations to help you sound more like a native speaker. Try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you would like to learn more idioms and phrases, check out our other videos. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. If you really love the video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you are notified when new videos are posted. Have a good day, and see you next time!